All right, team. Professor Blowers here. Today we are working on Excel 6G internships travel. So you're going to assist Ann Take, the internship coordinator, in tracking the number of internships by industry at each job fair. So this is the Excel spreadsheet along with all of the tabs that we'll be working on. So for this project, we'll insert Sparklines, format the Sparklines, a line chart, smart art graphics, and a funnel chart. I'll also show you how to create a template to use for travel expenses. And so for the first order of business, opening the file is the first step right here. It's not worth anything, but you will navigate to your folder and look for this file right here. It's 6G internships travel. And then back to your spreadsheet, you'll select the range B4, Bravo 4 through F Falcon 10. And this button right down here, that's your quick analysis tool. You can get to this by pressing Control Q, or after you've selected the range, this will pop up. Go ahead and click it. Up at the top, you'll see a Sparklines tab. Click that as well, and you will insert, just click line, and that'll insert the Sparklines to the range G4 through G10 right here. And with the new range or your Sparkline still selected, what you'll do is you'll notice that there's a new Sparkline tab up at the top. Keep it there. In the show group, click the high point and the low point buttons. And then after this, what you want to do is in the style group, select this drop down, the more button, and we want the first row, second column, is that right? That's right. Yep. In the first row, apply the second style. So that would be Sparkline style accent 2, darker 50. Click it, and then we are on to the next step. And now for step number 4, you'll select the range A3 through F3, Alpha 3 through Falcon 3. And then you will let go, hold Control, click on A7, click and drag through Falcon 7 so that you have these ranges selected, right? A3 through F3 and A7 through F7. Then you go up to the Insert tab. I'm already there. And in the Charts group, you'll click this one, and that is the Insert Line or Area Chart. Click that. And then the one that we want is a line with markers chart. That would be this one right here. Click that. And then what you want to do is drag it down so that it is in cell A13, roughly here. And I'll scroll down really quick to show you. The book asks us to position it so the chart aligns with the upper left corner of A13, and that is close enough for me. All right, and so for the next step, number 5, 6 points. All you need to do is double-click the chart title right here and select it. Change the chart title from Technology to Internships Available in Technology. Click out, and there you go. There's 6 points, and we're on to step number 7 now. What you'll need to do here is take a notice of our chart, and there's just a ton of kind of empty space below the line chart right here. And our goal here is to get rid of it and make better use of our space here, kind of our screen real estate, if you will. So what you'll do is over in the over on the left-hand side, double-click this to get the Format Access button to come up. All right. Another way to do it is if you right-click over here. If you right-click on these numbers and you go to Format Access, that'll bring you to the same spot. I get there just by double-clicking. And then if you're not there already, what you'll want to do is navigate over to these bars right here. I'll hover over it for a quick minute. And you'll want to make an edit in the minimum bounds and the major units. So over here in bounds under minimum, change that to 35. And then under your units, you want the major unit to be at 5. All right. And so notice how that is now making our line basically is taking up all of that area right there. and there's no space that's not being utilized for this chart. I think it's a lot more professional. Now we'll need to click inside of our chart. Anywhere on the inside is okay, right there. And then what you'll notice up at the top, you may automatically be on Chart Design tab. Make sure you're in the Format tab, and you have to have this selected in order for this Format tab to populate. Once you're in here, over in the Current Selection group, you just want to make sure that Plot Area is selected. So from here, in the Format Plot Area, click the Paint bucket right here, and you'll want to do a solid fill. And down in color, you'll click on the paint bucket, and it's the last column and the second color right here. All right? But you know, it's green. Let me make sure that it's the right color. In fact, it's actually green accent 6, lighter 80%. You'll notice that you have theme colors up here at the top. So for the grader, if it's talking, for example, the last column, second row, that would be this one right here, not that one. It kind of breaks it up after the very first row, but this is the correct one. I just want to make sure that we have the same kind of light green color on this step. And from here, what you're going to do is up in the top left, we're still on the Format tab, in the Current Selection group, click on this drop down, and we're going to switch it to a Chart Area, from Plot Area to Chart Area. And you'll notice on the right side here, it changes to Format Chart Area. All right, this should be pretty similar, kind of going through the motions. Go ahead and click on Solid Fill, and then down in the Color area, what we want to do is we want to choose the last column and the fourth one right here, green accent 6, lighter 40. And notice how the first lighter color is in the plot area, and the chart area has this darker green color, right? Next order of business on step 8 for 10 points, we're going to insert a linear trend line. So with the chart selected, kind of hover over it, you should get this plus, and that's chart elements. And there's a few other ways you can get to chart elements. This is the most efficient. Click the plus, go down to trend line, click the drop down right here, and then go to more options. And then under more options, I'm going to scroll down, have a look around. Trendline options, here we are. You'll go to the paint bucket or the fill and line button, and then down you'll see width, and it's set to 1.5. You'll just go ahead and change that to 2.5. Press tab, and you'll see the dots get bigger on the line on our chart right here. And then as soon as we're done with that, you can go up to the top, click into cell A1, alpha 1 to deselect the chart, and then you want to close any displayed format panes. So you can just click this X right over here, and we are ready to go to step number 9 for 7 points. And it starts by clicking on the list chart sheet. So go ahead, click in here, and not much to see yet. So now it's time to insert, time to insert a smart art graphic using the pyramid list style. So go ahead, click the insert tab, and we're down on the list chart tab, but click insert, and over here click illustrations, and you'll see the smart art button right there. Scroll down, you're going to look for pyramid, and the one we're looking for is pyramid list. That'll be the third one right here. All right, and now we need to move it. So select somewhere along the border area so you have this cursor. Select the graphic, and I know it doesn't have the rotation handles, but drag it as far left as you can, and then position it. The top of the pyramid lands somewhere in the middle of D3. So about right here is where it should go. When you let go, you'll notice that the top left of this graphic is in cell A3, as the grader requests. So that is worth 7 points right there. Step number 10 is worth only 1 point. The text is in blue, so we're going to type paid in the first one. In the second one, go ahead and type work-study. And in the last one, you'll type unpaid for 1 point. From here, you can go ahead and close out this button right here. And with the graphics still selected, you'll notice you're in the Smart Art Design tab at the top. You want to click this button right here, the More button under Smart Art Styles. And under 3D, you'll click the Inset one. And then step 11, next we'll have you change the colors. So again, here's the Change Colors button. And it wants Colored Fill Accent 1. And it's already defaulted to it, right? And so go ahead and make sure that that is selected. And then you click cell A1, Alpha 1 right here, or just the title to deselect the graphic. And for the second part of step number 11, what you want to do is click over to the Funnel Charts tab, select the range A3 through B5, Alpha 3 through Bravo 5, and then up at the top, click the Insert tab, and then in our charts group in the middle here, you'll click this one here. It says Insert Waterfall Funnel Stock Surface or Radar Chart. Funnel should be the second one right here. Once you have that selected and you have the funnel chart inserted, what you'll do is click the Chart Elements button to get this Chart Design tab to populate. And then it's asking us to choose the third style, which it is called Style 3. So select this one right here. You're going to change the chart title to Internship Types Awarded. And then you'll select your chart, drag it over to the left, and drop it somewhere in the upper left corner of cell A7. Get it as close to the corner as you can. And then we are on to step number 12. So we're going to change the shape width. So step number 12 has us start. Now I want to make sure that we have our funnel chart selected so that we can then click the Format tab up at the top. And mine's already been changed, but you can go ahead and in the size group, change the size to 4.5 inches. And next you're going to want to apply a solid line 3-point border. Now the border is going to be in your shape outline. And what you'll do is you go down to weight, make sure that 3 is selected. Oh, pardon me. Let me go through that one more time. 4.5 shape outline. You have the weight set to 3. And then what you want to do is the theme color for this one is going to be the 5th column, first color, and that's that nice blue right here. Blue accent 1 under your theme colors, and that should apply that border there for you. From here, you click cell A1 to deselect the chart, and we're going to save this as a template. So go to the File tab, click the Save As button, and right here, instead of saving this as an Excel workbook, a .xlsx file, go ahead and scroll down. Save it as this, an Excel template, so that you can reuse this over and over as a template for future projects. So that is an XLTX file. Go ahead, click on that. And it wants you to save it. It says navigate to your Excel Chapter 6 folder. Just save it where you normally save it. And it says last name, first name, 6G internship. So I'll do Blowers _William _6G internships travel template. And then you'll click Save. And you'll notice at the top that it is now saved as a template. One more quick step. You need to display the travel expenses worksheet. So click that tab so you can then see this. Now time for a formula. And as we're in the travel expenses tab, scroll down to cell H22, Hockey 22. And we're going to enter a formula that'll add up the contents of that range. And I'll show you how that works. So in H22, type equals and sum. Go ahead, double click that. And then select the range, so click into cell H15, drag down, click and drag down through H21, let go, close your bracket, add a parentheses, and then press enter. Now, it's going to show nothing there, right? Because there's nothing in the range at the moment between H15 and H21. But the moment I punch in some random numbers, 44, there you go, $44. 44 plus 11 gives us 55, plus 15 gives us 70, plus 44 gives us 114. And this will automatically update and can be used as a template so that anybody that wants to can use this weekly travel expense report and save their own local copy so that it works, and so that they can reuse this, and various people across this looks like company will be able to use this same form and reuse it, which is really, really useful in Excel. But you don't need these numbers in here, so I was just doing that to show you how it works. So make sure that you have that cleared for now. Okay, get rid of all of these, and notice how I update this. When I update it, it'll change our grand total right there, and that's a way to tell that it's working. Last thing for step number 12 in cell H22, we're on the Home tab in the Styles group. Click on the Cell Styles button. We're looking for total. That's right, the total cell style under titles and headings. Click that, and then we are set to move on to step number 13, which step number 13, worth 12 points. First thing that we're going to do is select the ranges D8, Delta 8, which is right here, through Delta 10, these three. So click and drag, let go, and then hold down. We're going to select A15 through G21, A15 through G21. So that would be all of these right in through here. What I did is I clicked on, I'll show you again, I clicked on cell A15 alpha 15, and I just drug over through G21. But you need to have both. So what I did is I selected all of that, then you have to hold control and select the other ones, right? So going through this step just one more time, go ahead, select the range D8 through D10, hold control, click and drag from cell A1 all the way through G21, and it wants you to remove the locked formatting, and I'll show you how to do that. And this is really important for company security. So you've got these, you've got D8 through D10 selected, as well as A15 through G21. You will right-click this selection right here, and then click on Format Cells. Navigate over to the Protection tab, and you want to deselect Locked from this. You want to remove Locked formatting from the selected ranges. Click OK. From here, click on the File tab. Click on Info. Then go to the Protect Workbook button. You want to protect the current sheet, and it's asking us to leave the default selection, so no need to click or change anything else. And our password, keep it safe, is Go Series. And then it wants us to go ahead and click on cell A1. All right, so password Go Series. I think we're good to click OK right here. Re-enter the password. Go ahead and click Go Series. And then we'll navigate our way to cell A1 Alpha 1. And so all we need to do from here should look familiar for 3 points. We're going to display the Save As dialog box. We're going to save the file, submit it for grading. So let me run you through it. I'm just going to go ahead and click Save. You know to save it as your last name, first name, 6G Internships Travel. So let's upload it and see how we did. And just a heads up before we submit it, actually, we need to make sure that we change the file type back. So the last order of business, you'll go to File Save As, and then again, it's last name, first name, 6G Internships Travel. You can take out the template and that underscore, and then select here, change it back to an XLSX spreadsheet or an Excel workbook as the grader asks, and then save it, and then I will show you how to submit that for grading again. And to submit our file for grading, you'll start on Course Materials. You'll click on the chapter that we just worked on, which is Chapter 6. And you'll notice, too, in Chapter 6, there's a ton of really great resources. You have these simulations, which are always an option. You've got the e-text, there's the student data files, but also videos and PowerPoint presentations. And these are different ways of learning the same projects. So you've got these videos that I make, as well as videos that are tied into your e-text and these Excel Chapter 6 videos and PowerPoint presentations, so that if you run into a problem on your grader, then you should be able to get feedback, all right? So I've already submitted the file and got a grade, but let's make sure that we can all do that ourselves. So this next page, we've already downloaded the materials. We worked on the assignment on our computer, right? And now we need to upload it. So I'm going to choose the file. This one I just, for the sake of this video, I saved it as number 2, travel 2. I'll upload it. When it's at 100% and it gives me that success check mark, we'll click on submit for grading, close the assignment. It'll probably tell you pending at the beginning. You have unlimited attempts, no more 3 attempts. You have as many times as you need to turn in this assignment to get a higher score. To improve your score, click on View Submissions, and then click on your most recent submission, which for me, this would be this here. And as you scroll down, you'll see under Activity Details that you have unlimited attempts, and you can see on this first page, it looks like I didn't format my Sparklines correctly. And so let's see what happened there. So the last point was not applied. So if I go back and I apply the last point, I'm pretty sure I did this. And you may run into this yourself thinking, okay, I did this, and you can go back and check. But you also can make improvements to your file, and if you add that last point, you'll get those 2 points back. Let's see where else I ran into some problems. And it appears for 3 points, I did not, let's get more specifics. I didn't set the tags to travel template. They got me there. The header footer wasn't detected. I know I did that. Header footer wasn't detected. Header footer wasn't detected. All right, so if I go back and I add the header footer, I should be able to get 3 more points here. Another way to do this is to click on your live comments report, and it'll download an Excel spreadsheet that gives you feedback on your Excel project, on the grader project itself. So this is kind of the markup report, submission markup report. And so you can go through here and see all of the steps that you can improve upon. And you'll notice here I had an issue with the Sparklines, and it left some comments here so that I can go in and read these comments. So you can see I got marked down on all of these for that reason. Okay, so anytime, that's just kind of a hint for seeing comments in Excel. Let's check everything else. That looks good. That looks good. Travel expenses looks good. And let's make sure our grand total is still working. And it is. Wonderful. And so that's a way to get feedback outside of our website. And it looks like those are ways that I can improve my score. I'm going to leave it as such and say thank you. Hope you enjoyed learning Chapter 6 Excel, and we will be in touch. Take care.